Hey all, it's Hunter. In this video, I'll show you the latest additions to the Framer CMS, most notably bold and italic support in text styles, as well as required fields in the CMS, and a couple other goodies that I think you'll like. In this video, we're using the standard docs template, which has been updated with all these new features, and you can find a link to it below. Since this release is all about content, let's start by jumping right in. On this page, it looks like the content editor went a little wild with the bold and italics. I'll add a bit more bold so the next steps are a bit easier to see. And new with this release, while your cursor is inside any text field in a CMS item, you can hit Command-S on macOS or Control-S on Windows to save the CMS item. With our content ready, we can now go in the text style and see how bold and italic are set up. We can open up our text style. For all the built-in web fonts, like General Sans in this case, bold and italic is already set up for you, so you never have to worry about it. Click on the Font Styles menu, and here we can see all the fonts that are selected for each style. But let's say this bold is a bit too bold for our use case. We can tweak that and configure it to use semi-bold for bold instead. And we can also configure the bold and italic state to also use semi-bold. In these dropdowns, we automatically show all the font weights that are bolder than your currently selected font. For custom fonts, it's a bit more manual to give you that full flexibility that you'd expect with custom typefaces. Let's say we're using this on the Framer website, where our primary font is GT Walzheim. I'll select that. If you're to look at the canvas, you may notice that there already is italics and bold showing up. You might wonder, how is this happening? Well, this is actually the browser doing something called font synthesis, where it essentially makes up a fake italic and fake bold. We display these so that you can get an idea of where the bold and italic styles are applied to your content. But for the best experience, especially cross browsers, we recommend using the proper fonts for each of these styles. As I apply these, you can see them load on the canvas and everything's looking a lot better. Let's see how this page looks with another CMS item loaded. To do that, we can click the little breadcrumb here. And would you look at that, another feature improvement. When switching between CMS items, we now render the quick menu. This allows you to quickly search the name and also scales to hundreds of CMS items. I'll just hit enter to go to the page, and we can see our other pages are looking good. And for the last thing here, let's take a look at required fields. So in this case, the title of the CMS item is pretty important to our layout. So we'll want to make sure that's required and maybe has a maximum length of something not super long. If we go to the CMS and go to the Edit Fields modal, we can select the title field, and from here we can select required equals yes, and a max length of 50 characters. If we go to our CMS item, let's test it out. If we remove the title, we'll now see title is required. And if we type something super long, we'll see that we've exceeded the maximum length, and it'll tell us by how many characters, so that we can go and adjust as we need. That's it for the CMS update this week. I hope you enjoy using these features, and I will see you in the next one.